Live?
We're live.
All right, I'm going to start this out real fun because something I love to do is make fun of people's names. So if somebody has a name that has a nickname that's unfortunate, like if your name is Richard, although I would wish my name was Richard Boom because that has the best nickname in the world. I like to just kind of use whatever nickname I think they would hate because it's a fun way that just belongs to me, right? If your name is Charles, I'm going to call you Chuck for sure. Like that's that's going to happen. If you Richard, you're Dick, or Richie, I like a little bit too. Anything I can tell that somebody doesn't like it, and if you go by a short name, like if you go by Rudy, I'm going to call you Rudolph. I don't care if it's, yeah, I don't care if it's not that, I'm going to call you Rudolph. Because that's a fun name for me to say. If your name is Kyle,
Yeah, what's Kyle short for?
That's not a name. That's a sound. It's a noise, dude. That's a exhalation of air. Kyle isn't a name. It's a sound.
It's the sound you made when a fist hits drywall.
Yeah, it's Kyle, dude. It's a Kyle. Kyle. Like, how could you be looking at a beautiful bouncing baby boy with his tiny uncircumcised thing? We're still in the first minute. I don't want to get her demonetized. Your beautiful bouncing baby boy. You've just torn off his umbilical cord with your teeth, and you're like, yeah, go ahead and mutilate him to the doctor. And you're holding your arms, and you're like, Ka. You're like, what'd you say his name was? Ka. You're like, can you spell that? And you're like, yeah, it's spelled K-A. Same as Kyle. It's not Kyle's fault. I mean, he's grown into it. It's not his fault. He didn't do this to himself. Somebody else inflicted this upon him. But it's a weird. Anybody else out there who has a name that's just a sound? It's not really a name.
I think your name's just a sound. Josh is also one syllable.
Joshua.
It's Joshua.
Oh my god, dude. I'm dumb as shit today.
Blair. That's not a name. That's a sound. If your name has one syllable, that's a sound. Because back in the day, they used to name people like just wild stuff, like Quintopolis Macbethanot or some crap like that. Now we're just like Kyle, Blair, Ty. Oh my damn, dude. Drew. Down here.
That one's Andrew.
I know, but you're right.
I got it. I got one. I'm not dumb. Hello.
Neil. That's not a name, dude. Okay?
Neil's not short for something?
I think it's short for
Neelathan?
Neelathan, yeah. I thought it was Neelamus, but it might be Neelathan. Yeah, Buck Brown's name is Buck. That's actually a pretty dope name. You ever wish your name was something else?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've got a bummer of a name.
Yeah, my name's a huge bummer.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Your name is either your government name is either
I know what it is.
It's either French.
Congratulations, Cammy knows something. Everyone clap.
That sounds good though, doesn't it?
I'm sorry. I'm really defensive about my government name.
The only reason I know is because we got pulled over when we went to that island when we were riding horses, and she had to say her government name to the cops to get us out of trouble. And I looked at her and I was like, "Bitch, what did you just say? Your name was?" That's not it.
Shaylisi's the whole thing. Yeah.
So
Got it.
it's her government name is either like a French girl, pirouetting, eating a lollipop, or like a Frere Jacques.
Yeah, we're not gonna say it because I don't like it. But if you're a true Shadetree surgeon fan, then you'll know.
The other
Because
use in
you've
America.
said it in some videos.
Oh, sure. The other use of it is like that's. I mean, just it is what it is. In America, that is not a white person's name. Like you're like one of 6 white people in America with that name.
It's not entirely true.
That's entirely true.
Sterling Wheel, thank you so much for donating.
Oh, no, this is Shay's channel, so that's
No,
going to
it's
go
not.
into the
We're
green
on
guy.
Josh's
Oh, we're on
channel.
my channel?
Yeah, we're on your channel.
Oh, okay. Hey, thanks, man. Barf Friday. If you're in the Discord, you know something about Barf Friday that nobody else does. I guess we could put it on here because we're on live. I feel comfortable putting stuff out on lives that I don't put in regular videos because maybe like 20% of the people who watch a regular video will watch a live stream. Anyway, so we're hanging out here with myself, Shaylisi, of course. Her government name is Portia. Said that because that's traditionally a
yeah. That's a good one.
You know what I mean?
You got it.
Yeah, her name is Portia.
The name of a day stripper.
We're sitting here with her finally cool. Ka there in the corner. Who famously once spelled his 4-letter name wrong
Jesus,
on his Instagram profile, Cly. I really liked that. That was a thing that I really loved.
I've also forgot my birthday 2 years in a row. Yeah, I'm doing great.
Okay.
And then we're also hanging out with back there. We got our, of course, Kami Bay. Everybody knows, and some people know her. Not everybody though, but you should, because I've actually known Internet Riss back there for, gosh, it's been a long time now, hasn't it?
It has been. It's true. 2017?
I thought you were about to say 20 years. I was like, I don't think it's been that long.
No. 2017. That was 2018, but I started in 2017, yeah. Probably 2017. However many years ago that was.
2017. You don't look like you've aged a day. But then when
50 years old.
When you speak with the weight of the of the world upon your shoulders.
That's fucking rude.
I didn't make her that way.
It's not rude, it's just real.
I blame society.
Shit's exhausting out here.
I know. You were like, it was crazy for you because you exist in that, and this is not an age thing, just is what it is. Like, I remember you came and worked for us at the Shame. You're 21, right? Or 22 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
So you're 21 years old. You came to work for me at the Shame. Just like bright-eyed, coming out like, I'm a bartender in Ybor City. She was living in the sticks in suburban hell. I was like, I'm gonna work at the Shame. And you did such a great job. You're a very good bartender. Everybody loved you. Your arms were very long. So I felt like when you poured drinks, it was, to me, to watch you do it was very funny. Because your long arms, because I was like, wow, it's very
long everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Really quick on that note, one of the biggest insults of my lifetime was somebody telling me that I look like one of those inflatable flying arm like things.
Damn, dude, how's that an insult? That's what you look like. I didn't even think about that.
Every time I see one, I can't
the wacky inflatable arm man.
I was happy to see you. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
how's that an insult?
I mean,
I'm just kidding. I'd like that is an insult. My favorite thing about you is that you're so ethnically ambiguous. You're like, what are you?
Yeah, I get that question.
Yeah, you're like Blasian or something when someone's like, you know what I mean?
What are you though? Just curious.
White.
But
you're white.
The background would be Portuguese, German, and Irish. Those are like the big,
okay.
The big three. But yeah, just.
It's like a fancy way of saying I'm white.
Yeah, Portuguese. I guess Portuguese people can be they can be white though. Like you can get some people all these people who speak Portuguese.
I wish I did.
Because people from Brazil speak Portuguese, and they got a large influx of white people in Brazil in the like mid 1940s for nobody knows why really.
Oh yeah, you think the German part of her has anything to do? I'm not sure.
Damn, dude.
I'm looking for some little affirmations here.
Encyclopedia Brown over here just cracked the case.
What about?
I did a smart.
Did you ever do an ancestry? I actually, funny enough, I have what are those? What is it called? Like 23andMe or whatever. I have one in my car right now that I've never done.
Don't do it. They're just collecting your spit for science.
Yeah.
I did it yesterday. I'm gonna go put it in the UPS drop box tomorrow.
You're allowed to collect spit for science.
You really think you just trust anyone who's saying they're probably just sending back like random ass fucking generated ones to different people, and then someone's out there collecting all the spit.
Dude, let me tell you something right now, Internet Risk. You're paying to spit in something. I can name like 4 people off the top of my head who will pay you to spit on them. You're doing it all wrong.
Point them in my direction.
Anyone out there like it spit on? It's a thing. People like it. I don't like it personally, but there are people who love it. It's good. More power to them, I say.
Isn't it like a felony?
To spit on somebody?
I think so. I think it
Wow,
counts as
dude.
assault.
Forbidden love.
It does count as assault, I think.
That's manslaughter, not God's.
That's true.
Yeah, in man's law, I think it counts as assault.
Yeah,
Maybe it doesn't
I answer
count
to a
for
higher
that.
power. Where were we with this? Anyway, so we help out a charity called Forgotten Angels. So we're not talking about getting spit on for money. Sometimes we like to take money to help a charity called Forgotten Angels, which we all help out with, which is makes me really happy, man, because it definitely is. I say bad people doing good things, but one of the things I love about it is you guys know how we do it around here. You know, we shoot from the hip. We play it fast and loose, man. We do our thing. We ain't exactly the best people around. You might want to not, well, I think maybe the people watching would, but most people wouldn't want to take us home to dinner to the parents. But that's the amazing thing about Forgotten Angels is it takes people from all walks of life who felt like maybe they couldn't be accepted by somebody else, by somebody who's doing beautiful and amazing things for those who have less, because they feel like they have to pass some sort of strange virtue test in order to provide their help. And that does exist. And nothing against those places because they're still doing great things. I'm not trying to take anything away from them. But for everybody else, if you'd like to do something good and maybe, you know, your soul's a little spotty, that's all right, dude. We'll take you. Give us your weak, your wait, I don't know what the other ones are. You're filthy, you're disgusting, you're weird, you're based, you're incels, we'll take all those people. Like, we have a place for you. Maybe not actually, don't move here. Not actually here, but like we have a place for you to do good things.
And like get spat on.
If you so choose for a small dollar amount.
Are we expecting
Go get him,
another?
Rudy. Go get him. Security.
I think it's Rudolph.
No, that was Rudy.
That was Rudy.
Oh, are we expecting somebody?
That's what I just said.
And I also could have just been like an imaginary sound that only Bill can hear.
You know?
He's high strung.
Rudy's chasing it. He'll find out.
He's armed. Rudy will shoot to kill. Waiting for a shot to be fired. No.
I got
Okay.
2 arms.
Yeah? You got a right to bear arms?
Yeah.
I like that. Anyway. So we're giving away 2 motorcycles. And what's really cool about what we're doing right now is we have Internet Risk here who knows nothing about motorcycles. Which is okay. That means a completely new inductee knows nothing about bikes. Like when you think of a bike, when you think of a brand, what do you think of, Riz? It's okay. I'm not making fun of you. You don't know. That's fine.
No.
You know?
Honestly, I mean, the top 2 that come to my head are Harley and Ducati, and it's mostly because you had one when I first met you, and that's what was always
She's obsessed with
present when I pulled up to work and what I'm most familiar with. So those are the.
Of course, BMW as well because of Richard.
Well, of course, right.
So that's a weird thing. So you've ridden on the back? You've ridden on the back of my bike. You've ridden on the back of Richard's bike. Like you've ridden on the back of bikes before, right?
Yeah, twice.
When you were younger, when you were a kid, did you ever think like, oh, I want to ride a motorcycle? Like before you even had a driver's license?
Not really. Pretty indifferent.
Yeah. What about now?
When I pulled up today, I said, "Can somebody teach me how to fucking ride one of these?" Because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I see. I
it'd
had that
be kinda
information
cool.
prior. That was kind of like I was kind of setting you up. You know, you didn't have to say that. You said, you
yeah,
know, I
sorry.
just that was like
I'm not good at this.
it's like a underhanded pitch.
Well, I nailed it. Okay.
Yeah, no, you got it, dude. Swinging for the fences. I like it.
Sheesh.
Do you know what kind of motorcycle you would like to ride one day?
no, whatever one is somebody's willing to let me get on. Really, that's a good start.
We'll put the question, Cammy, what kind of motorcycle do you think Internet Risk should ride?
I was just thinking about that in my head. Hold on. You got to give me just a minute. Yeah. Well, she's tall as fuck, and I don't feel like she's like a crotch rocket person, obviously. I don't know. I think she looked pretty fucking awesome on that black FXR. Or, sorry, black Dyna. It's a Dyna, right?
She would be
I
totally
almost
fine
fucked
with
it. I almost
controls.
fucked that up. She could do, yeah, because of how tall she is.
Yeah, I think so, actually.
I think she would love
But
that
that's also
one.
a giant bike to
It's pretty
start
heavy.
with.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
And it like engages super early and stuff. How about we start you on my Trail 125 because it has no clutch.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. So keep tuned. If you're on Instagram, make sure you're following Internet Risk and keep your eyes peeled. We are going to teach you how to ride a motorcycle. So yes, that's why we're here. We're giving away 2 bikes. We're giving away a 2001 Harley Davidson Dyna that's all done up, all powder coated. Looks great. Does anybody in there to share the link?
Yeah, loose juice. Not me.
Is loose juice in there? Thanks,
Yeah.
bud. And we're also giving away a 1991, which I think that's cool. I don't know why it's cool. There just happens to be 10 years of difference, but a 91 and a 2001, 1991 FXR, which is cool for a different reason. So do you know why some motorcycles are cool and some motorcycles aren't? Internet Risk? Which is cool because like that's fine that you say no because neither does Shay sometimes.
No, dude, I'm still friggin' learning.
No,
Like sometimes
I have
I'll
no
say
idea.
something and Josh will be like, "Hey, don't say that in front of other people because you'll get roasted."
Yeah. It's okay though. Like, or you can, because some people will just be like, I don't know what to do either. Is anybody watching right now who like sometimes will say something and you're like, I'm not sure if this is cool or not, which is fine because like it doesn't matter that much, but you should still know, you know?
I mean, I feel that way a lot. I feel like I don't know what the hell is cool and not cool with motorcycles a lot of the time.
You guys are pure.
No, I'm dumb as hell, dude. That's really what it is.
So,
Got mad because we parked in the wrong spot. Just want everybody to know.
oh, is that what it was?
Go move it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you can't park the neighbor, Kathy.
Dude, you know,
Kathy.
Kathy,
Oh, Kathy got
face
Yeah,
tattoos,
Kathy doesn't
park
play,
anywhere
dude.
You want.
Like, my mom didn't tell your car.
You're a bad dude with all the tattoos and your bad
Oh,
park
fine.
jobs.
Shit, my bad. I forgot to tell him not to park on that
The
side.
sun came
She ain't,
over.
first off, she ain't towing shit, but whatever. Kathy does. She gets all flustered. It's fine.
No, the sun came over to be like, "I'm protecting you."
Oh, okay. It happens, dude.
Well, he just doesn't want Kathy to come home and fucking lose it on him.
She needs to chill, dude.
Bilbo, what's cool in the motorcycle world these days?
Ooh, I like that.
We get on board with that one.
Dude,
for sure.
he's sitting like he's part of the podcast. I like
Get
that.
him
Yeah,
some
who do you think
headphones.
you are, Bilbo? Sitting there pant. Why are you panting? He does that. He just sits there and pants.
Bilbo in the chat.
Oh, old itchy. That's what I call him.
I call him a fat slut.
So, it's okay to not know what's cool, but I'll tell you this: it's the same thing in anything. I think there's like a general like kind of thing you go like, okay, this is the guidelines for what's cool, and that is initially rejected, accepted by the minority later, and then accepted by the majority from the minority. That's what makes something like cool, right? I can 100% hear Bilbo look at your face.
That's why I cut to it.
The way you just explained that was like what?
So initially rejected
Like,
Right.
Like rejected for.
by the masses,
Oh,
like,
like
so-
oh, you like. I don't get
right?
it.
So everyone, so the masses, the general masses, initially reject it. They're like, I don't like this. And then after it's been rejected, it is accepted and beloved by the minority. Minority of people like it. They're like, we love this.
Because people don't like it.
Not necessarily because they don't like it, but because they found it. They found it because it wasn't in the history books. They found it because they're like, oh, everyone hated this at the time, but I've decided I like it.
People don't like to like what everybody else likes to set themselves apart in any which way, right?
But then, then the third part of that is accepted by the masses.
Right.
So
Then it's
initially
not cool anymore.
rejected by the masses, accepted by minority, accepted by the masses. It goes back and forth. That's what makes something, we'll call it cool, right? I mean, that's the best way I feel like I can describe it. I took a long time to think of that, by the way. Someone give me some praise for that.
Very eloquent of you.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, dude. I don't know if you're fucking with me or not, but like I was pretty proud of that.
When Kyle gives you praise, he means it, all right?
So you just got a compliment from Kyle. You're gonna file that one away forever, man. Take it out at night when you're feeling sad. Help keep you warm.
So what if I just show her like 4 different bikes? Sorry. What if I just show her like 4 different bikes? Let's like pull 4 different bikes up, like have Shay pick them and just see which one she's attracted to.
Yeah, tell me which one you think is
I
cool.
want to pick one.
Right?
Yeah, I think
I
that's
want to
fun.
be on one of those bikes.
Right, same. But I feel like Shay would be able to pick 4 completely different bikes that, you know what I'm saying? And then we can be like, okay, Riss, which one are you like attracted to? Like, which one do you like?
So maybe we'll let the chat pick. Like, which one? What should we pull up first? What kind of bike?
Yeah, because she has no idea what like
There's
they
nothing
are.
else. It's the first one.
yeah.
The other Frank just said XLCR, so you can pull that. Type in Harley XLCR. That was a Harley Davidson. That was a very short-lived motorcycle in the late 70s. That was a factory cafe racer before anybody else did it.
Ooh, okay.
Eric has, no?
Yeah, Eric has an XLCR. They're
Yes,
very
Eric-
rare bikes, and I made them
Eric
for 2 years.
has that, yeah.
I made very few of them. But it's not really, I mean, it was just a options package from the factory. It was not super special. But you, for any parts that are were made just for that bike, you will just bend over and fucking spit on it. Because it's gonna be you're gonna have a bad day.
Dude, what's up with getting spit on in the stream?
I don't know.
I didn't-
It's like a thing that keeps
Dude.
happening.
Some people will be like to get spit on, dude.
Sheesh. I could see her on like a cafe racer, you know, like straight fucking seats. Yeah, exactly. Yes, like that's kind of like I feel like her vibe. I feel like she'd be like, yeah, this is dope, and she could fit on it really well.
We'll call that as a brat style. Can you look up a XLCR on your screen, Shay?
Mhm.
We'll see if Internet Risk thinks it's cool or not.
XLCR.
Yeah, Harley Davidson XLCR. This is a test, by the way. There's a passing or failing grade.
There's so many to choose from.
This was the first one, dude.
1000cc.
Yeah, what do you think? What is it doing anything for you? This is the first
Does that
thing
do
somebody
anything
said
for you?
was like, this is the bike that Internet Risk should see. Oh wow!
Yeah, that.
You don't have to like it.
Whatever that last one, I like.
Well, that's a custom one.
chop them up and like do all different shit with them. You can do all kinds of.
Oh, I like that one.
That's the same fucking one, dude. It's just a sepia toned photo.
Well, keep in mind she doesn't know, like you know what I mean. She's just attracted to what it looks like.
Yeah, but they all have different custom shit on them. The ones that you're scrolling through, I understand that they're the same bike. I'm not that dumb, but
Me thinks the lady doth protest
I
too
like
much.
that one.
Hmm.
Or either that one or an all black one. Is that like a tan kind of color? Or
That's
what I was gonna ask you too.
Like, what does it need to be all black? Because I'm
it either it's all black or some kind of desert tan situation.
Dude, the things that some
That's
people
where,
are saying, I'm just like, what are you fucking?
What are they saying?
Just like weird shit. Or I'm just like, why would that's not the one? Well, because someone's like an RD 350. I'm like, that's only a special bike because it has a special engine. The actual bike doesn't look like anything.
Okay,
Or
What
CCX
about, like-
1300. I'm like, that just looks like a bike, dude. Oh, no, the CCX 1300 is kind of cool. Someone said RAV4. It's a good one.
It's like a motorcycle with a house around it.
No, I wouldn't put her on RD 350. I would keep the RD 350. It's a very valuable motorcycle. Well, KLR 650.
Yeah. What about this one? What do you
This is what people
think
say.
about?
People say this is what you should rate. You know, because you're
What about that?
tall.
That's cool.
Doesn't it look like a squid because it's got that beak? Like imagine it with 8 arms. That beak is coming out of its butthole / mouth.
Imagine this bike has 8 arms and a beak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever
Imagination
read the
going
book?
wild.
Have you ever read the book Sphere from Michael Crichton?
No.
Okay, well, I mean, there was a squid in there, and it ate people. So
What's here? I'll type the.
and the KLR isn't too tall. Marissa's actually 7 feet tall.
This is the one we raffled off.
Like we Rudy said, yeah, dude, that was pretty good. That made me like it more. I was just like ambivalent about it before, but now I'm like, oh yeah, dude.
Can you pull up a Kawasaki Z650 RS, please?
Space A says 03 Fat Boy 98 Dyna convertible here. I get looks from locals here with the 22 Street Glides because my bikes are older. I don't care. I just ride. Lots of newbie snobs around.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I remember that bike.
That looks so small, no?
It for you,
Yeah,
that's 7'6".
Monster truck is small
I was
for
on
you.
my. I was it. I wasn't flat footing it, but I was like kind of.
Yeah, you were doing it all right.
I
I don't want to
okay.
feel like a giant on a small bike.
Oh, just
Does
if
that
you
make
guys are
sense?
wondering how tall Riss is, so if Rudy and Riss stand up right now, Rudy's actually 6 feet tall.
Go ahead, stand up.
Go ahead.
So if
Do-
you guys
do it
are-
back to back.
Yeah, so it's like
I got boots on. This isn't fair.
Hell yeah.
yeah. If you guys are just wondering what Riss looks like next to a normal sized person,
Yeah, Rudy plays
that's fucking wild, dude. That's wild. You know. It's wild, dude. You shouldn't feel bad. You know.
Can you sit down? I'm getting vertigo.
Hey.
She would I feel like she would like Triumphs.
A Triumph, yeah. You would like. I know what you're saying. It's like kind of like a hip. We would call it like a cool guy bike, like a hipster bike, a little bit. Like a If I was gonna say something, it would just be a scrambler, man.
Well, I mean, that, well,
Told you.
So like, type in this one. Type in Triumph Scrambler.
Here, Josh.
Yes. Yeah.
Saying?
Yeah. Triumph Scrambler is where it's at. I'm gonna be right back up
We're a
here.
mess back here. Rudy, no one can hear you unless you hold this microphone.
Sorry, I'm just like talking random
Yeah.
shit. Here, hold on. I'll come show.
No
the
one can
that
hear you
she
unless
said,
you talk in the mic.
"Ooh," too. Okay, hold on. Copy.
No, I got you. I'm pulling it up.
Take your headphones off.
Did you get the one that I pulled up on Pinterest?
Did I get? You got to airdrop it to me.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna-
No, I don't just have it.
his whole bike pretty much, or his Triumph, same shit. It's Jason Winter's Triumph, pretty
Why are you
much.
whispering?
Because I don't know. Hey everybody, it's Rudy, and I don't like this bike. It's something cooler than that.
It
Makes sense.
I love this.
Catch you later.
Nice.
Headphones on, talking at my-
Yeah, go over there.
Yeah, put the headphones on
Go
so you
up
can hear
there.
yourself.
Go up there for a second. He's nervy. Gets nervy. Gets nervy a little bit. Girl, I don't know. I can't.
Where? What do we have here?
Don't yell,
Get
babe.
close to the
Don't
mic.
yell.
Give
Listen to
yourself about a
yourself.
foot from the mic.
There you go, babe.
Sorry.
There you go.
That applies to you, Cam.
This one's
Too.
It's okay, dude. Done nothing but fuck shit up my entire life, man. It's all good.
Like, what do you think about that one? Is it like too much?
There's a lot going on.
That's too much, right?
That's a little.
Okay.
Make a
You like
decision.
the other one, right?
It's gonna last for the rest of your life.
If you don't choose a bike right now, you don't get one ever.
So I also
yeah.
I like the new ones,
think
man.
that's
I think they
cute.
look great.
I like
man.
the straight seat.
Is that on the screen?
It was, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the new scramblers are very cool, man. It's hard for me to imagine owning one because they're not cheap. But I really like them, man. I think they're very cool. I like them a lot. Just like, because nobody makes a modern engine with a retro look, and they do. I like that a lot, man. I think it's very cool. Very cool. So the raffle link says it's for a house because at the end of this, if you buy a raffle ticket for either of these motorcycles, which we're pulling on October 28th, that Saturday, if you buy a raffle ticket for those bikes, you're also entered. Even if you win, you're still entered to win $250,000 or a home. Personally, I would just take the 250 grand, but you can do whatever you would like. But yeah, 250 grand, you're entered to win, and that will be pulled in December. So we're only a couple months away from that. And I will tell you, there is less than 10,000 people who have entered. Like, what's your average? Type this into, what's your average odds on a scratch off? Type in what your odds are to win anything on a scratch off. Like you're 1 in whatever. Because right now you're a 1 in 10,000 chance of winning $250,000 fucking dollars. Like, that's fucking insane. I know, like, all scratch offs are different.
It
Like the
says
prizes. Are,
1 in 10,000.
is it 1 in 10,000? So a scratch off.
Or 1 in 100,000, depending on the scratch off that you buy.
Right. Well, it ain't 100,000 people, that's for sure. So 1 in 10,000, that's for like the dollar scratch off. So this is it is $25 raffle ticket, but like that's nuts.
Plus,
That's
your money
nuts.
goes to charity.
That's charity. It's for a good cause, man.
Charity.
Yeah, it's amount 1 for sure, but like that's wild. That's wild, I think. I can hear that cat purr now.
Now Arthur's got something to say.
That's not what he said.
I forgot to ask you, Cammy, if we can rent Rudolph for when Blissful Ellie comes back down for some PG pictures.
Oh, like him standing next to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just let me know what the.
What? Who, me?
No. I'll pay for him through you. Shh.
So,
Like one of the weird porns you always see that shit.
only because
Oh, thank you, Miller.
she's literally what, like almost 7 feet tall.
6'5".
I like crawled up her one time. Sorry, I crawled up her one time. It's on her TikTok. It's insane. Like she's like 2 of us. Because we're the same height, guys. It's just so everyone knows, Rudy and I are the same height. She's 2 of us tall.
You guys could be like the kids in the trench coat going to buy a beer at the bar.
That would be very funny, actually.
I did a business.
Anyway, thanks for hanging out, man. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. This has been a we're not leaving, by the way. I'm just saying thank you for hanging out. I like this a lot. We're just doing live streams all the way up to the camp out. Not every single day, but we're gonna be randomly doing live streams, either my channel, Shay's channel, or Cammy Bay's channel. And it's been huge seeing how much money has come in through the raffles, because at the end of the day, unfortunately, however you want to look at it, I don't make the rules. I just live here. The oil that lubes the gears of progress is money. And that is unfortunate. It's unfortunate that we live in a world, I guess, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's unfortunate, it just is the way it is, that we live in a world where if you're gonna help somebody, if somebody is less fortunate, or somebody's in a bad situation, the best thing that you can give them is money. Maybe not directly, but it takes money to make things happen. So this is kind of like the whole fallacy of somebody's on the street and it's like, oh, don't give them money because they're just going to spend it on drugs. Right? How many times have you guys heard that?
A lot.
Yeah, all the time.
A lot, especially in Ybor.
So, like, everyone, right? Yeah, everyone has heard, don't give them money. They're going to spend it on drugs. And there are a lot of the homeless population who use drugs, and they use them on a regular basis. I will tell you this. When you think about somebody who is experiencing homelessness, especially a young person, and they do use drugs, what you have to think about is this. I don't know if anybody out there has ever used methamphetamines, crystal meth, but I will tell you this. If you have used it, that or crack cocaine, if you have used either of those things, a lot of people will say they have. They'll be like, oh yeah, man, I did it once. Like, you know, you don't, it's not something you say you casually did, because those are two of the only drugs in the world. There's a couple other ones as well that change your brain chemistry after the very first time you use them. A lot of people like to say that they've done it once as some sort of weird, like, you guys know what I'm talking about? You ever meet someone who's like, oh yeah, I tried it once. I'm like, no, no, you
Someone
didn't.
smoked crack out of my bowl when I was like 18 years old, and
Right.
I smoked it, and I was fucking like, what the?
So it's that's how it does something.
That's true story. Like that's true story.
It does something else to you. It does something else. Most people don't ever do it once because the need that it instills in you is on another level. So someone who casually will say like, "Oh, I tried it once." I'm like, I don't think so, because you wouldn't speak about it so casually. It changes your brain chemistry and you want it again. But this is the reason why people do it in the first place. If you're experiencing homelessness and you're on the street, you have no idea how bad it is. A lot of people say they've been homeless. I will say it sometimes. Oh, I was homeless for a while, but not really. I had a place to go. I did never spend a night under a bridge. I never spent a night in my car. And even then, if you have to spend a night in your car, you're not homeless. You have a place to sleep. I'm talking about being homeless where you're on the street, everything you own is in a bag, and you have zero options. Zero options. So if you do that for a while and you have no options and you're on the street and everybody's walking by you, not looking at you, not acknowledging that you're a human being, which is an incredible blow to your psyche. It's in the hierarchy of needs is companionship, people to know you, and people walk by you and don't look at you. Can you imagine what that's like? And so you're experiencing this hellscape of reality. What would you do to escape that for a couple hours? The average hit of meth costs about $5. So if you want to take a serving of methamphetamines, it costs about $5. And then you can experience euphoria and you can escape the reality that you live in for a couple hours. And until you've experienced a reality that looks like that, to be like, oh, fuck them, they smoke meth, they do this, until you've actually experienced that, to know the desperation you would feel, just like, I just need to just not think about this for a couple hours. Also, on top of that, the people who sell meth are predatory. They go, I've been out enough times with David, helping people who are homeless, living under bridges, to see people that are predatory. They go out, they get people on it, and they go and they make their rounds. And this is definitely like a big like trap lifestyle. You hear it all the time. It's in a lot of music. This whole trap lifestyle thing, like, oh, I peddle this, I do that. They're literally, where that starts is going out and just driving under bridges and find people who are susceptible to this and getting them on it and then making your rounds the next day because they're going to want it again. It's fucking horrible. So the next time you walk by somebody and go like, oh, don't give them any money, they're just going to use it on drugs. That is such a light statement. That's such a throwaway statement to say about the insane, horrible fall journey that this person has been on to get where they're at. And to throw it away with those few simple words that are so like above, like, oh, I'm so above this person. To throw it away like that. If you have done that, that's okay, because I understand why someone could do that. I understand why you would say that. But if you've done that after listening to what I've said right now, if you do it again, fucking shame on you if you do it again. And the next time you hear somebody else say it, correct them. Because that is not, it's so much more than that. Anyway, that's, I just wanted to say that. It takes a lot of money to get somebody off the street.
A lot.
To get somebody off of being homeless, it takes a lot of money.
A lot. A lot.
So people look at the money we've raised thus far, and I would say that it takes to take somebody from being completely homeless to being a productive member of society is a 6-figure investment. But what is
how long is a piece of string?
Yeah, what is a life worth? Is it worth $100,000? Is it worth $1? You tell me. What's a life worth? Can you put a dollar amount on that? How much are you willing to spend to take a human being that's on the street and take them and give them the opportunities to succeed? Because it's not just like, oh, well, I paid for a year of apartment and here's some groceries and I got you a haircut on and filmed a YouTube video about it and got you nice clothes. Like, what does it take to get a human being off the street? And is it worth it? And at what point do you go like, nah, let them die of a drug overdose? Like, what's the dollar amount? You tell me. What can they give back to society? And you're like, okay, at what point do you stop? At what point do you say no? At what point do you look at like what they've done or what they haven't done or what they're worth? Do you give them an IQ test? You say like, oh, well, you're not going to have a good job. You'll probably only just like sweep floors. So like, nah, not you. Like, how do you make you tell me, how do you make the decision? You don't. You help people and you spend the money that needs to get spent. And that's what the raffle we're doing is about. Not everybody is going to come out of this and is going to cure cancer. You know, some people will come out of this and be normal people. That's fine. I'm a normal person. We're all normal people sitting in this room. You're going to be a normal person who goes to work, maybe one day has a family and lives in a normal place and has a normal life. And that's what we're shooting for. We're shooting from taking somebody who lives on the street, is experiencing homelessness, and is just scrabbling, just breaking their fingernails, clawing to get just the basic needs that a human being needs to continue to inhale air, and give them what we all experience and take for granted. My battery is exhausted from listening to me speak.
Okay, well, your camera should be plugged in.
Should I unplug it and plug it back in again?
Yeah. To lighten the mood a little bit while still talking about the same
Is it
thing.
the bottom one? Or the top one?
It's the one that's white.
Okay.
I saw a funny comedy special talking about homeless people.
You can make jokes. It's okay to make jokes.
It's always okay to make
It's okay to
jokes.
make
They
jokes.
have to be fun.
There you go. It has to
I
be
need a
funny.
beer. Like, why lie? I need a beer. I'm like, bro, here's $20. Please get your beer. If your sign says you're hungry, I'm gonna go get food for you. If your sign says you want beer, I'm probably gonna go get beer for you. Most of the time I will definitely like give $1 or whatever. It's like sometimes they're a little aggressive, especially down here in Ybor. Like, I know a lot of people don't know that. Maybe some of you do. They are aggressive down here. Like, they'll walk right up to your window and like stick their head in your window. Oh yeah, that happens to me a lot over like by McDonald's. Well, yeah, I close the window now, but no, not all of them are like that. But yeah, no, I see them though. Like, I see people and like some of them, they're just like, they just sit there. They stand up when the cars come through and they're polite and they just wait to see if whoever gives them whatever. A lot of times those are also the people I'm like, you know what? I probably have something in here for them. And they're so excited. They'll come over to the car. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good day. I can tell that they're fucked up. I can tell that they're having issues, but they're polite and they're grateful. And like, that makes it worth it, you know? Like, that makes it worth it every single time.
It does.
I don't know.
Everyone needs a
That's
chance. And that's something you're just doing to more. You're doing that for yourself, which is okay. You should do it. You're doing it to yourself because you're like, I need to not just pass this person by. And I think that's important because so many people, that it's really just like passing somebody by and not treating them like a human fucking being. Right. Going like, dude, I'm just walking by this person and just like looking ahead. I've done it. I can't tell you how many times I've done it. I sometimes I'll still do it. I'm not saying I'm fucking Mr. Goddamn altruistic angel that I fucking do. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. There's sometimes I pull. What's up?
I'm a microphone stand that I never won. Be sure to vote for me. Put your hand down. There you go. Thank you. I'll right now.
Grab me one, Marissa. I didn't get a beer. Should I? Oh, wow. All right. I thought you were. No, just kidding. I'm fucking messing around. I'll go get
Swing
it.
them 5 legs around.
No, sit down. Go back that way again.
Just
Wait,
step
actually,
over, buddy.
You know what?
No, since you're
You know what?
Oh my god, it just shocked
Yeah,
the
that's what
fuck out
happens.
of
You
me.
just bit the microphone.
No,
tooth.
it just shocked me on my lip.
You guys can't see it, but Kimmy just chipped her tooth on the microphone.
Ow.
Now
No,
she's
it
gonna
shocked
talk
my
like this.
it
Show
shocked
what
my
happened.
lip.
You can't see me, but you can hear me. How does that make you feel?
I can see.
You can see me. We were talking to you. You got it, Shay? Is that like the camera that's being a dick? Yeah. The one that I filmed like a whole ass video with for like 3 days and it has no audio? Nice. I love that for us.
Since nothing's going on, I want everyone in the chat to tell me what your favorite thing is. Yeah, and since I have
Generally?
everyone's attention. There's
General
What's your
question?
favorite thing?
yeah. What's your favorite thing?
My favorite thing is Rudy's nose piercing.
Out of everything in the world, that's it. Huh?
Yeah, today, yes.
Okay, today.
Yeah, tomorrow might be different. Maybe it's the same. What's your favorite thing, Kyle? I think I know what it is.
What is it? A hot nos. Get a good nos from the convenience store.
Mm.
Let it sit.
Hot nos that's been waiting in your car for 2 days to
2
get
days
aged to
minimum.
perfection.
Let that nos get fucking hotter than the sun.
Let the cancer like just fluctuate in there
Yeah,
while
hot
it's in
nos,
the
dude.
aluminum. Sorry.
Yeah. It's either a hot nos or
Being too loud.
No, you just got to
just
be a
hot
foot
nos,
away
man.
from the
hot
microphone.
nos really does it for me. You know, it really gets me hot and bothered. Gets me going. You know.
Gets the people going.
You gotta speak into this, otherwise no one can hear you.
I can hear it a little.
Yeah, but that's because you're in the same room as him.
So that might be a thing. Like, how about just heat up energy drinks? So hot nos, like for like the winter time, like instead of coffee, I'm gonna have a hot nos.
like hot toddies.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Yeah.
hot sake.
Nice, I like that shit.
Nice,
No,
not
it's like
nice.
that. Like the sake, it's like a certain temperature. Nos, it's just like leave it in a car with the windows up for like 3 days in Florida.
Fuck.
It's not really a
no.
temperature. It's more of a time period.
Time period.
Yeah. Fucking hot nos
Thank you.
buns. You got it. Do you guys have a favorite energy drink?
I go back and forth,
Yeah.
but it's always white Monsters are like my number one.
You ever try Nos, Josh?
No, it's got sugar in it. I'm a diet soda person.
Huh.
Like 100%. Like when I have a soda, if I go to a restaurant or anywhere, Diet Pepsi is my number
Okay.
one. Diet Dr. PP too. I like that a lot. But I'm a diet soda person. All my diet soda people will back me up. If you drink diet soda, you do not drink regular soda. Like if I have to drink a regular soda, I'm like, ew, gross, disgusting.
Sodas and energy drinks is the only place I get like my sugar. Everything else I eat. It's just sugar, so.
Yeah, no, I can't. I'm a diet soda. You see, there's like people here who are like diet soda people, and it's a fake sugar thing. Like eventually, you get so used to fake sugar that if you drink anything or eat anything as regular, even like the regular ones they make taste like regular drinks. Like if I drank a Coke Zero, I'm like fucking gross, dude.
Yeah.
Get this shit out of my face. Pepsi Max, disgusting.
I'm proud of you for not drinking soda anymore, though. Remember me yelling at you for like months about that shit?
I still drink soda.
He still drinks soda
I know,
every
but
day.
not as much.
Since when?
I feel like he doesn't as much.
You-
Maybe he just doesn't do it around me.
I might drink less, I think. All right, what is this one? Let's do this.
Okay.
Not gonna be in trouble.
You won't be in trouble. You drink less soda. You're a good noodle.
I do. Yeah.
I don't have a lot of money, but I do live inside still, so I'm doing okay.
That's funny.
We have a huge homeless issue, and I feel like before we can begin to address it, we have to get over the fact that as a society, we don't really care about people once they become outside people. Because look, you can be mentally ill, you can do drugs, you can be in debt. I got a friend, $70,000 in debt, bipolar, does drugs every day of his life. We still talk to him because he lives inside. That's the that's the thing. If you don't think homeless people have become outside people, just think about when you've been inside at like a restaurant or a coffee shop, and one walks in and you're like, hey man, I don't think you're supposed to be in here. This is inside. You're doing it wrong. I mean, maybe you don't say anything, but you at least look for a manager. You're like, you gonna say anything? They're weirding us out. We care so much about inside people that if an inside person gets lost hiking or camping or something, which is just pretending to be homeless, we send people to go find them. We're like, you go get that lost inside person back to safety where they belong. They'll never survive amongst the elements. If I saw an inside person passed out on the sidewalk, I would call for help. If they then reached up and tried to grab my leg and they're like, I just need $1, I would be like, get the fuck away from me. Holy shit. That's terrifying. That's my fault. I thought you needed help.
There it is.
There it is.
So, think about that. Louis C.K. had a great bit about that too. That was a very good bit.
Yes, I thought it was really funny.
And it was just walking by a human being on the side of the road. You know, imagine a passed out, drunk white chick wearing a Lacoste shirt who obviously has enough money to afford nice things. She's passed on the side of the road. You help her. Or a dude, call it a guy. You don't have to call it a chick. Hurt on the side of the road. Doing whatever. You walk, but you would walk by somebody who you can tell. You look at me like, no, I can tell. You're here for, you've been here for a minute. Like you've accepted your life here. The hiking thing was very funny to me because I never thought about that. I liked that a lot, the hiking part, because I'm like, oh, what if a homeless person just went hiking?
That's just walking, Josh.
Yeah, they would just
for a
be
homeless
they would
person.
just be gone. They'd be like, oh, he's lost in the woods. I mean, like, well, I mean, he could be lost anywhere. It doesn't matter, lost in the woods. Like if he just like chose the woods, he's just like, I'm just gonna walk this way, and he got lost.
Yeah, it's like, when does it count as
He
hiking?
would just like die, and no one would like make a movie about him getting eaten by bears. But if you're like a white dude who went to college, or a black person, that's fine too. You can be a black. I think if a black person got eaten by bears, it would be more the news because they very rarely get eaten by bears. Now, maybe back in like caveman times they did more, but now, when's the last black person that got killed by a bear?
I don't know.
I bet
I
like a
don't know those
while
facts.
ago. I'm just fucking true, dude. I bet they don't be getting killed by bears. But so I wanted to like correct
Fat
myself.
Bear Week, I think, is over.
Yeah, I wanted to correct myself, being like, oh, white dude. I'm like, no, actually, just if like a dude who's homeless gets killed by a bear, like nobody makes a movie about it. But if like a dude who went to college, you know, and like had a car loan.
Oh yeah, Into the Wild. I watched that.
Yeah. Well, there's also Grizzly Man.
There's also Jungle.
You don't know about Grizzly Man, do you?
No.
He was like you. He loved grizzly bears. He's like, they're my
I fucking
friends.
love grizzly.
He was like
I
trying to.
never
he
say
was trying to
grizzly
be
bears
like,
are my friends. I just say, how could they be dangerous when you look at their
dude,
ears?
he was trying to be like Jane Goodall, where he's like, no, I'm part of their pack. Like they've accepted me, and they fucking ate him because grizzly bears
I
are
think she
fucking.
did that with monkeys, not bears.
Yeah, well, she wasn't a moron. Like Jane Goodall's a doctor. It's Dr. Goodall. This was like liberal arts degree, whatever the dude's name was, not Dr. Goodall. You know, they get a little less knowledge going into this, and they fucking ate him. And I was gonna the movie. I don't like shit like that. I was like gross to me. And somebody shared a bunch of pictures, and it was like, I don't even want you to look them up because they're disgusting. It was literally like it was of his corpse lying down with one knee up. You know, like if you would lay on your back and put one knee up. You know what I mean? Except the calf was chewed off of it, and it still had a sneaker on, and the calf was chewed down to the bone with still flesh around it was like it was disturbing. And I was like, I'm never watching this movie because I didn't search this image out. I accidentally saw it, and I was just like, this is horrifying. This liberal arts major just fucking got annihilated by these bears.
A lot of people study liberal arts.
Name one.
I will not do that.
Give me one liberal arts student's full government real name. Go ahead.
Portia Johnson. Anyway, somebody wants more of Cammy and Briss. Or Shay, probably, too.
Well,
Just less than me,
so
I think they want.
I mean, more on topic to the cause that that all the help is going towards. I was just thinking that we should do something like I would love to donate some, if not all, of my tips from working at the Shame tomorrow to the cause, and like maybe we could like figure out some kind of way for. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we can hash out details.
What
Later.
day is tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
You around?
I think so. I think I can make it out. So if you go to the Internet Risk works at the Dirty Shame. Cammy Bay and Rudolph are at the Dirty Shame often.
Only to see Riz.
So yeah, I'll come out tomorrow. Yes, I will come out. So I'll be at the Dirty Shame tomorrow, hanging out with Riz. And she will be donating not 100%, but I think actually 200%. So she'll be matching personally every single dollar that she gets tipped. I'll make sure too.
Yep. Count that shit.
What time are you kicking the door open there tomorrow? What time?
Doors open at 5
A.M. 5 a.m. the first one.
p.m. bitch. 5 p.m.
Yeah, if you open, if the doors aren't open, just slip your tip under the door.
There's a mail slot.
No, tomorrow's Wednesday, I think, right?
Yeah, that would be great. I'd feel great about that.
I'll go hang out at the Shame tomorrow.
Yeah, but you don't tip me anyways, so.
No, I don't
Your
pay
money
or
would
tip.
Go towards it.
I have a hard rule, dude. I don't pay. I don't tip. I want to go. I'll just take the beers
Selfish bitch he is.
and I don't pay for anything. I don't tip at all. I've done enough, I think.
You're not wrong. I'll give you that.
You're like everyone who hates me is the worst nightmare. Just a bunch of people. Tons. There's some in the chat even probably.
Dozens. There's dozens of us.
There's dozens of people who hate me, yeah. Define work, T-Bone. I get that question a lot. People are like, do you still work at the Shame? Right. Riss is laughing because, like, what does that mean? You're laughing also because I try to do as little work as possible. But, like, what does that mean to work at the Shame? Do I bartend anymore? No. I didn't bartend. I bartended for 18 years. And I don't bartend anymore. And I don't feel bad at all. Not for a second.
What's a blowed?
Who said that?
In
All
the
these
chat.
gas caps are blows. Oh, blondes, maybe he meant.
But they're not. I don't think they are.
Oh.
That was a real blown thing to say.
Yeah. Oh, blowed. Oh, I get it now. No, I don't bartend anymore. I bartended for 18 years. I show up and get.
they are all blonde.
Yeah. So they are
Maybe
all
that is what he
bloods.
means.
Yeah.
They're all bloods.
No, I do as little as possible to Shame these days. Mainly I help Richard with some stuff and that's about it. Mainly because a lot of people don't know what actually is involved in running a bar. And no offense, because if you've never worked in the industry, like there's not a huge amount of day-to-day stuff besides like mopping up piss, which I do not do anymore. And actually serving the drinks and collecting money. The day-to-day activities are pretty light. So most of the stuff I help Richard with is like stuff on the internet, which he is not great with, which is okay. He's like at an age now where like that's okay. Do I just show up and collect money? No, but I never made a lot of money when I was there either.
Sorry. I forgive you.
Sorry.
I'm not going to shame tomorrow now.
I'm just swinging the mic around.
Dude, everyone's like, so no more mopping up piss, huh? What do you do now?
18 years.
Hmm?
I'm not gonna lie. I
Hey,
don't
big
give
guy.
it bad. Everyone wants
What
to be
are you
like,
doing now?
"Oh, you don't do now." I'm like, 18 fucking years, dude. That's half my fucking life,
And
man.
you were just getting good at it too.
I was never good at it.
You were just getting.
I
that-
talk about
that
this with
fifth
Richard all the
knot down.
time, dude. I was like, dude, I was always a fucking terrible bartender. Like gave half the shit away, fucking was drunk.
Dude, your shots were like 4 shots
Yeah, dude.
in
Because
any drink. Even
was-
if the cup was like this big, you'd be like just a splash.
yeah, I just
of
didn't
something
care,
else.
dude, because I know how much everything costs.
I thought you were just saving on time. Like, you're gonna do 4 anyway. Here's 4 in 1 cup. Get the fuck out of my face. I
So,
appreciate it.
T-Bone, that's what everyone says. They go, so you're a full-time YouTuber.
Yeah, you big guy. You
Yeah, they're
big
like,
guy,
oh,
full-time
dude.
YouTuber.
That's what.
big shot?
That's the. And I love you, T-Bone. I know you're not saying you're just a legitimate question, but that's the question behind the question. When someone's like, "Do you still work at Shame?" Oh, so you're a full-time YouTuber now. I was never a full-time bartender. Do you think the Shame was my full-time job?
You did Friday.
Do you think that
Saturdays, right?
that you? And I'm just like, I just wish I could.
Well,
I'm like, do you think that
there was a point in
bartending
time-
was my full-time fucking job? Like,
What-
fuck no, dude.
wasn't there a point in time where you worked like every day?
So that was a big thing I did for a long time. So this is just will be some life advice, which take it or leave it. And anyone can do whatever they want with it. So when I was, I've never had a real job. I've always kind of done my own thing. I've always had like a business or a hustle or whatever. I've never had like a show up, get paid kind of job. When I would turn 21 years old, Richard, I knew him already. And he said, this is a deal that anybody else would have ran away from. They would have been like, this sounds like a scam. Richard came up to me and says, hey, and he'd owned a few bars before this. And he says, I will give you a piece of this bar if you just come work for me for free. What anybody watching this right now, anyone who wants to be like, oh, you're a full-time YouTuber, this or that, what would you say to a 21-year-old who somebody approached them and says, just come to work for me for free and you can own part of this? No contract, handshake, that's it. You'd be like, run away, right?
That sounds like a pimp.
Dude, it sounds like run away. Well, I mean, this is why I'm at where I'm at now. I say this about Richard all the time. Richard he taught me how to run a business. He's taught me so many things in my life. He was a huge mentor in my life. I've started so many other businesses while I worked at the Shame because of his tutelage, because of the contacts he gave me, money contacts, people who would invest. Like it's completely changed my life. So when it comes to YouTube, no, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. YouTube has and always has been something that I do for fun because I love it. Does it make money? Sure. You want to make money at YouTube? Do it for 14 fucking years. That's how long I've made YouTube videos. I've made 2 videos a week for a decade. If every single thing I've ever invested my time and money in, the least amount of return that I've ever gotten is YouTube. Like that's like the amount of money wise. Like that's not how it works.
Hey, some of the people here in
anyway,
the
sorry.
chat are actually YouTubers as well, so they can tell you.
Oh no, anybody who's done it, do it
YouTube
for,
doesn't fucking pay.
Yeah, I mean, it does pay a little. You
Yeah,
know?
if
It's
you
not
like
chump change. But
Yeah, but like you can't guarantee that a video is gonna do well, so that's not like
it just is
it's
like
just not a guaranteed paycheck. But
It's-
it's like putting it out there and being like, I don't know, maybe this one might make money.
yeah.
So it's just like YouTube doesn't pay.
So Michael Albert goes, "Do you make your money mostly from merch?" I don't make my money mostly from anything, and I think I'm trying not to be aggressive about this because it is a normal thing for people who don't live like we do, and that includes everyone in this room. It's a normal thing who don't live like we do to wonder about. If you have like a career and you have a regular job where you work and you have like a clear path and you're going like, make this amount of money every week. And if I work hard and I do well, and now I'm saying something shitty, and like whatever random person who happens to be able to be above me who makes a decision decides I get to make more money, I think that's ridiculous. Like whatever person decides like, okay, I'm going to pick you get to make more money now because you've done well. And then that year you start to make more money. That's not how I've lived ever. I've never lived like that. I've never lived where money's guaranteed. I've never lived where like no matter if I put in 50%, 150% or 100%, I've never lived where like well, you get the same amount of money. I've only ever lived
You're a
in
hustler.
where well it is
Yeah, you're a hustler. That's that's
So-
how we bartenders, strippers, you're hustling and it becomes part of your life where you're like it's more fun to hustle to make the money. Once you get it, you're like, okay, cool, I made it. All the bills can get paid, but you're like hustling for it. It's a
Yes.
different mentality than it is like I know if I wake up every day, not talking shit about this because most of my friends are completely opposite than us and whatever. They go to work at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. They leave at 5 or 6 o'clock at night. They have a set amount of money they make every week. They get, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know I don't even know if I would be able to, I don't even know if I could do that. I mean, I'm sure I could, but I'd get bored.
I don't
Would
know.
would you get bored, Josh? I would get bored. I
But
think.
you've never done it. So I'm not talking crap about a path
No, not at all.
like that. And I'm not even
It's
saying
like
I
a different
couldn't do
thought
it.
process of a person.
I've just never done it. So there are weeks where I make negative money,
Same.
where I just go like, yo, I made negative money to be alive this week.
Mm-hmm.
I have to have a savings
Right.
because nothing's guaranteed. Someone asked me like, how much money are you going to make next week? Like, I have no idea. I don't know how much money I'm going to make next week, next month. I have no clue. It all depends on how hard I work.
These are the stressful personal questions you get. as a
No, but I'm
YouTuber.
like people want to know. So I'm like, this is the real answer. Like if someone's going like people want an easy answer. They want to like, oh, I make this much money, it's guaranteed. That's not the answer. Because that's not the life that any of us live. No one in this room.
Us, no.
Oh,
I
doing
also know
it with
people
Dan
that have
gave you a
full-time
shout out.
jobs that also hustle on the side. Some people can do that too.
Right. I'm not saying you can't hustle,
You know what I
but
mean?
just
It
like
just-
I've
it
never
depends
had
on
a.
It depends on your thought process and how you like, how you use it. Like your ambition. It depends on how you use it. Everyone has different ambition towards a different situation in different ways.
Well, some people just like the comfort of knowing how much they're gonna make.
Yeah, that's okay.
You know, that's
Right.
like it's totally normal and what society has always shown us is the way to living a happy life, the
Right,
American dream,
right.
XYZ, right? All of those things.
Mhm.
It's like get a normal job, work your 9 to 5, go home to your family, like, you know, and then there's
I'm just like, how many jobs can I possibly have and how much money can I like pretend I'm gonna make and just like which one works better? You know?
It's weird. I've just never lived any other way, and there's people. So Shay has tried it the other way. You know, so imagine this. Here's a scenario that almost sunk Shay. Imagine making how much you make at that mall? $9 an hour.
When I lived in Indiana,
Yeah,
$8.50.
$8.50. $8.50 an hour.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Which place did you work at? Because I was a manager at Journeys
I worked.
and I got $9.25.
I worked at Box Lunch, which was a more adult version of a Hot Topic, and I got paid $8.50 an hour because the minimum wage was $7.20. So a manager made $8.50.
So, what sunk Shay like real hard, where she everything kind of tumbled out of control for her, and I feel like you're just now kind of like correcting that tailspin. If you take aside personal stuff, like that sounds like that's where your tailspin started, is one ticket.
Oh yeah, dude, my fucking
One ticket.
my goddamn moving traffic violation that I got. So I was taking a right on a red, but it wasn't just me, bro. It was like 10 people taking a right on a red, and they were just ushering everybody into a open parking lot. Like the cops, they were standing in the street just being like, everybody who's taking a right on red, everybody go in this parking lot because we're writing you $350 ticket. And I was like, I make $400 a month. A month.
It took a month of income away from you. And people are like, oh, the law is doesn't exist if you have money. In that regard. Like if you have money, if you have $400, you're like annoying. If you make $400 a month, you're like, my life is ruined. And it's gonna take me how long? Like 2.5 years to recover from this.
Yeah. Well, I also
spiral that sent you on was
I also
insane.
moved you know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had to
but I'm
move.
saying like that was an insane spiral.
That's how I
that
got my
one
first
moment
credit
started,
card.
yeah.
I put myself in credit card debt to move out of Indiana and buy a car and run a U-Haul and shit. They were like, "Sure, kid, you can have a credit card."
T-Bone, what'd you say? You're like, that's just me. I didn't see Oh, don't do this money, just love me.
Yeah,
videos.
everybody
All right.
wants to know what mall I worked at in Indiana. I worked
I
at
like watching people say Castleton
Yeah,
and Circle Center and shit. Which one was it? Were you close to Indianapolis or no?
Yeah, I was close. I actually would drive my motorcycle 50 minutes to get to the mall I
'Cause
worked at.
there was like Keystone Mall, that's like the bougie mall.
I don't think
Circle Center is downtown Indianapolis, and then Castleton was like up like towards like Greenwood, like towards Bloomington where IU is.
Mish gets it. Anything less than a misdemeanor is legal for a cost. Like if you have money, anything less than a misdemeanor, that's not illegal for you because you can just pay it. Up to a point, because eventually it adds up, but like pretty much.
Yeah, it was Castleton. that I worked
Castleton
at.
Mall,
I
yeah,
worked at
that's
Castleton.
crazy.
Mhm.
Wow, I probably met you like one time, probably.
This was in like 2017.
Okay, never mind. No,
Yeah.
I moved down here in like 2009. That's crazy though.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at the Journeys in Castleton Mall for 3 months, and then they moved me to Plainfield, which is like in the middle of fucking nowhere. But that's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Wild. It's wild.
What a world.
What a
Fucking
world.
Indiana, god damn it.
I'm just saying, man, there's a lot of different ways to make a living. The way I make a living, if I was to explain it, is just like all over the place. It's everything. It's a 100 different things. I would spend my day making $50. I'll spend an hour making $30. I do a million different things. Not a million. I'll do. We wake up early. We try to, but we wake up early and you start working the second you get up and figuring out like, how do I pull money out of the air? And someone will be like, oh, that's merch. No, it's not, dude. Because like, let me tell you, I could push merch in every single video. I could. We don't.
Bought it. Merch.
You're right. We could push merch in every single video. We could push merch in every single Instagram post. We don't because I realize this. I'm being super honest right now. But I realize that sometimes people will buy something just because I say so. Like just because I said buy this, they will. I realize that through YouTube and Instagram and all those things, like that's something that can happen. So if somebody will buy something just because I say so, just because I say buy this, that also comes with somebody might buy that when they don't have the financial responsibility to do so. And so our shirts are a luxury item. After shipping, our shirts come out to about $42. That is a luxury item for a piece of clothing. So after shipping, tax, everything, $42. We don't say that. I talk about shirts in maybe one video a month. And that's mainly just to like tell people like, hey, there's a new design out if you want it.
By the way, there is a new design out if
I
you
know,
want
it
it.
seems like a lead in, doesn't it?
It got
Also, everyone
I'm believing it. I promise it wasn't.
Sorry. Also, everyone go buy a raffle ticket right now. Right now. Just go do it right now. Because Josh said if he told you to buy something, it works. So Kami Bay says go buy it right now. Shay Lacey has put it up there about 37 times. So go buy it right now. And buy it. Sorry.
I appreciate letting us know our merch is fire. We do work really hard on it, and we try and make sure that we use the best types of shirts with the best prints. They all have white underneath the colors to make sure that they show up nice and pretty for y'all. And
Shay Lacey literally has a brain aneurysm.
Do
If
I?
none of these things are correct, they have to be correct. She'll be on the phone with six people in one day. Just make sure that every single thing about these shirts getting made are exactly what she and Josh envisioned. If not, then
It's
she's on the
important.
phone again. Like she's very serious about it. She loves it.
yeah, the
Quality control.
Quality control.
The gloves are 6 months out, about probably like 5 or 4 months at this point. But Odin gloves are about 6 months out. And then, buy that merch.
You guys get what I'm saying.
You get it.
But also
you
buy the
can't,
raffle ticket.
Buy the raffle ticket for sure.
Yeah, if you can only pick one, buy the raffle ticket.
Yeah, if you only pick one, buy the raffle ticket for sure. But if you only have enough money for one, buy neither. Like, just
That
if
part
you
too.
no, for real, dude. If you can only buy, you're like, I have to choose between a raffle ticket or a T-shirt. Don't do that. Buy some groceries instead or
Lala
something. Like, that's
Stromboli,
not
I know
enough.
you don't want to spend $42 on a t-shirt, but if you show up in person to the camp out, you can buy a shirt in person.
Yeah, you
and
can buy it in
there's no fees on shipping and no taxes. So
Yeah. And it's okay.
lucky
Like
for you.
Lala comes great. Her and her husband do
Yeah,
awesome
Joey.
karaoke. No one has to feel bad about not buying a shirt. Don't feel bad about it. Do not feel bad. It is a luxury item, and if you have enough extra money to buy one, that's awesome. And if you look at it and you're like, that's not in my budget, then like I'm not looking at you going like, oh fuck you. That's not it. I promise you. Is only if you can afford it and you really, really want it and you're gonna wear it all the time. That's why we take so much pride in the stuff that we sell, because I don't want anybody to buy it just because I said so. I want someone to buy it because they're going to utilize it, that they're gonna wear it, that it's going to cover their nakedness with its cloth, and they'll and they'll love it. Wear it multiple times. I want the dollar amount that they spent to wear it to be very low. The amount of times that they wear it. That's just how I feel.
We acknowledge super chats. I just didn't see yours. Thank you.
Oh, who was it?
With Space Ace. Thank you, Space Ace.
What do you say?
He said that he went to law school in Indiana. And that
They're
the cops
crooked
are
there.
crooked.
They're bad, dude. We were really lucky with the cops here in Florida, dude. They're actually kind of cool.
To you.
They're nice. No, they're nice to me too. Are they nice to you?
shit.
Depends who you are.
Before I got my toots done, Ka.
What about you, Internet Risk? You have good experiences with the Thin Blue Line?
I haven't had any negative experiences, but I will say when I was in New York City,
That's a whole different thing.
I didn't need the disgust in your voice, Kai.
Ka.
Ka. Whatever the fuck your name is.
Respect my authority, Ka.
So I had racked up like a little over $1,000 in parking tickets because they do this thing, like alternate side parking, and if you don't move your car by 8 a.m. 3 days a week, it's like $175 or like
Is this Red China?
And yeah, it gets cold as fuck, and then you gotta go out in a car just to sit there and let it warm up a little bit before you can even move it, and you're freezing. It's a whole thing. So sometimes I just felt like it was worth. But all to say that that car that all of those tickets were attached to, it got totaled, which is a whole other sad story. But they took my license plates with the vehicle.
I like that approach. You don't have to pay your parking tickets as long as you total your car.
So yeah, I never paid that. Never paid those tickets. I probably couldn't get a driver's license in New York again if I wanted to, but I'll never want to, so it's all good.
Parking tickets are like hospital bills. You don't pay them.
That's my method. I call it the Shadetree surgeon method. It's called not one red cent. You don't want to set these people up to think they could ever get money from you. So if you have any outstanding debts, and if anybody questions you on this, tell them that Shadetree surgeon said this was the way to do it. Just don't pay anything. Don't pay them. Not one red cent.
Yeah, if they try and bill you, just say, well, Shadetree surgeon said.
Yeah, Shadetree surgeon said not one red cent. I'm never paying you. If they call you, answer. If you have debtors calling you and you're stressed out, you're like, these numbers are calling me. Pick it up. Don't mind. And if they are like, sir, this is attempt to collect a debt, and you just tell them, I'm never paying you. And they're like, but what if? And you're like, nope, never. I'm never paying you. I'm not doing it. And they're like, but if you just do this thing where you put this plan, and you're like, I'm not doing it. And they're like, but we'll decrease it. And they're like, you only owe us $1. It was $10,000. Now you owe us $1. And all you have to do is pay us $1, and your $10,000 worth of debt disappears. Just whisper to them, not one red cent.
A dog and a wheel is here.
Not a fucking dollar, dude. Don't pay him $1, dude. Oh, fuck off, dude. Be like, come find me. Bring a gun, because I have one. That's what I would tell him. I'd be like, are you going to come find me? Come armed. Because you won't like what you find when you get here.
Bring your bare arms.
Yeah, bring your strong bare arms. I like that. Anyway, that's my method. Results may vary.
Thank you for the tip.
I'm not saying that fucking works for everyone, but that's what I've always done. Someone's like, you owe me money. I'm like, oh, no, I don't. What, imaginary money? Little numbers on a fucking computer screen? No, I don't. No, fucking come get it. You come fucking kiss me for it. How about that?
And make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more Shadetree Surge and financial advice.
I'm a credit report? What's that? I deal in cash. I'm a cash business. They can come fucking find me, dude. Unless you're actually actively trying to find me, in which case I apologize and I retract those statements. If you're a debtor trying to collect from me, I'm just kidding. No, come find me. I'll win in a fight. Come fight me, I say. If you can beat me in a fight.
Ooh, Busted Nuck says in Utah they'll put a little garnish on your wages.
A garnish?
Yum,
Yeah,
yum.
you know, like the thing that
That's if
you
you
take
get,
off before you eat it.
That's if you get paid wages.
Croutons.
That's not how we make our money. We don't get wages. Shay, we just take money from places. Wages are like if you have like a business that is like hey, government. And government's like, yeah. Like, hey, I'm just letting you know that I'm giving this person some money. The government's like, all right, I'm gonna give it to him now. I'm just letting you know.
The government says that?
Hey,
Yeah.
government.
Well, no, they say that the government. The government's like, all right, I know you gave them that money. That's not how we make our money, Shay. So it's different.
Well, that's the way that plays out. You say, hey, government.
There are like a 30% amount of people in here who like heard what I just said. They're like, yeah. And everyone else is just like, how does the government not know? Anyway, yeah, garnish these nuts, motherfucker.
I don't think the government watches YouTube videos, so I think you're okay.
Yeah, bring it up in court, man.
Yeah.
We're fine. I'm not worried. Yeah, everything's fine. Anyway,
Everything's fine.
if you have an extra $25, you should buy a raffle ticket. If you buy a raffle ticket, I guarantee that sometime within the next 740 days, either Cami Bay or Internet Risk will spit on you. If anyone's interested in that. Also, nothing's guaranteed. And that won't happen. But you should buy a raffle ticket now. Help someone out.
You
Unless
should
can't
have
afford it.
said that like super fast, like those prescription commercials where
I
they're
can do
trying to
that. I
like
can talk fast.
not tell you the bad shit after they tell you like the good shit, you know?
Every single raffle ticket comes with one single lick on a single boot. Every single raffle ticket will come with one single spit. No guarantee. Some shit like that. I can't.
Yeah, what are the side effects?
Side effects might increase euphoria and limited amounts of access to heaven. And I don't know. I can't. Maybe if I thought about it a little bit.
All bits of tongue that you ever thought you had, you're not gonna be able to taste anymore. Your eyes might go blind. You also might lose your glasses one day and never find them again. Your earphones will fall off. Your motorcycle will crash, and everything is fucked. But buy this, and your cheeks will look better.
There you go, man. Space Ace, I appreciate the super chat, but I will disagree with what you say and say an S corp is where it's at instead of an LLC.
See, we know I did a business. Okay.
Yeah, S corp is where it's at for me, because then you can hire. Well, anyway, yeah. If you start an S corp instead of an LLC, you can hire yourself as an employee. That is a real thing that you can do. So if you're out there, you have a business,
Then you get to spit on yourself.
and you can spit directly in the air, let it fall in your face. Like so. And LLC is fine. That's awesome. But I think that if you're going to take it seriously, the S corp is where it's at.
Shit. In
what
Utah,
you
they
should
garnish
do
your
is
spit.
what you should do is hire a a bean counter. What are those guys, the nerds? They have a name, the little nerd ass motherfuckers who are like, "Where'd the money go?"
Accountants.
No,
Yeah, that's
no,
it, that's
no,
it.
no, 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 no.
Accountants.
You can't say accountant anymore because that implies that you're an OnlyFans worker.
Accounters.
Yeah, the guys who count shit. The guys who were like,
Nothing.
"How
I'm just
many
saying that's
were
what it
there?"
is.
And I'm like, "Man, I don't fucking see. I don't know how many there were. Someone else needs to figure that shit out." Yeah, an accountant.
I don't think the chat has a foot theme. I think the channel has a foot theme. You should like hide a foot somewhere in the next design. Like Nickelodeon style, you know?
There's multiple of those that people have in their possession.
That's great. I haven't even found them.
It's okay, T-Bone, man. CPA, that's it. I knew it was just like a bunch of fucking letters.
So
What?
it's accountant.
Yeah, CPA. Like that's not even that's not even a word, dude.
Is it just a sound?
That's a sound, dude. What does a CPA do? Oh, tell me fucking I can't have no more fun.
I don't know. We have a CPA. He hasn't really done anything.
Yeah, dude, all he does is like send emails, really.
He's been emailing us?
No, to the government.
Oh. You can email the government?
Yeah, he emails the government and he's like, "Hey, how much money do they need to give you for you to shut up?" And they're like, "This much." And then
And they're like, wrong, jail.
Yeah, no, then he emails up. He's like, "Yo, the government said you have to give them this much." But then like he makes it a little more. Like he tells a little fib. He's like, "It was more than what they actually said." And then he keeps that amount. Little fucking thief.
That's a smart man.
Dude, fucking, he's a little fucking rat, dude. A little fucking thieving ass
Make
liar.
little dollars off of emails.
Yeah, dude. He just
Good for
fucking
him.
tells us more. I don't know because I don't know how to fucking do an email.
Josh doesn't email, guys. You have to
So
email
like,
me.
yeah, this shit's a mystery to me. And he's just like, "Yeah, it's this much. I just have to trust him."
Can smell the jealousy. In the
I
air right
know,
now,
and
dude.
I know he's not telling the truth.
What
I
a
know
good
it's-
hustle.
Yeah,
I emailed the government for your
but like,
money.
what am I gonna do? I just got to be like, I guess fucking that's what it is, dude. Because I don't do emails. Space Ace says S Corp is a viable option as well. He gives it his blessing. Thank you, my brother.
Thanks, Space Ace.
He does. I'm talking shit, dude. Our accountant like knows what's up. Did he say it, when we first when
Just
we
in case he's watching
yeah. Just in case he's not.
us.
He did save us a lot of money. It like taught me everything. I mean, talking about all this S Corp shit. That's from him, not from us. But I don't be sending emails. I don't do emails, dude. Electronic mail? Nah, dude. I send stuff through the USPS. Everyone knows that. I talk about it on the channel all the time.
Duh. You must not be a
Emails?
true fan.
If you have a T-shirt from brapstar.com, I didn't email it to you.
Mhm.
Fucking physically send it to you. Email. Ridiculous. Doesn't even exist. Anyway, I think that's about it. I mean, I don't know.
Do you like a quick
Buy a
prescription sign off?
After taking Rapstar, you will inherit many bad things, but you will still be a good person. Please go buy a raffle ticket and complete your next journey. Thank you.
She's right.
Sound like an air hostess.
Air hostess. I like the way you said that. Like a
Air
that sounds like-
hostess.
that sounds like it should be on like some sort of like flying machine with a large gas powered balloon above it, right?
Next, you will click on the link that's provided to you in the chat below. After completing the click on the link, please continue to fill out the raffle creator link and purchase your ticket for $25. It will then be distributed into the Forgotten Angels funds, which we will then use to help children and people that have aged out of the foster care system. We accept and appreciate everything you've done. Thank you.
Outside people is what she meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I was like trying to do it fast without fucking it up.
Those like scab one. Like you ever pet a cat?
I was
and you're
listening
like,
to
"Ooh, it's
myself
got
and I was like
scabs."
freaking myself out, but I couldn't stop doing it, so I just kept going. I was like, ooh, that's kind of weird.
And on that note, we will see you guys tomorrow
That's about it.
for Josh's video.
Please continue to check the raffle creator link.
Farewell. Goodbye.
Check.
Au revoir.